Hello, I'm Amelia Maru. I'm a Hungarian 41 years old, male to female transgender woman who live in Südtirol, Italy in Europe, and I hope we have met. If not already, welcome in my channel, and if you like my videos, thumbs up and subscribe. Like everyone knows, last Sunday was Valentine's Day, and on this celebration of love, I was thinking how it's possible I have never in my whole life fulfilled love only once for one occasion with a married man. No other times. And I felt like Bridget Jones, only 10 years older. What's wrong with me? And I was started to think on how it's possible I didn't find the right man for me, and I started to consider it the possibility for non-monogamy, like polyamory. So let's talk about this story today. On Valentine's Day morning, I felt pretty excited because I had some plan to make a hint for the guy which I have met on online dating sites, which day it is, and maybe they could send me a little message. So I used my creative energies and I record a little video which I published on social media with the hope on a good good result. Yeah, the result was pretty disappointing. I have not get more message than I was pretty sure from guys which I have a regular contact, and because I know them relatively well and I develop for some real emotions, they have sent me messages already before I published anything. And yeah, I cannot complain because now I know for guys who like to fantasize about me, they keep me in fantasy. And guys who are interested in me in person and we have regular contact, I'm a kind of connection. The problem, except one, all of them still virtual connection because I have not met with them in real, only except one. My problem was I only met with two of them in real, and all the other is also still virtual contact. And after the first lockdown, which was also nearly 3 or 4 months long, I realized all these guys who are keep in touch with me even regularly during the lockdown, when the possibility comes to meet and makes the connection real, they have not time and energy and will to do it. So my morning started pretty sad. So during the walk, I was thinking there was only one time when I really could give love for someone without restrictions, and that one could give me love back openly and fully expressed, and no problems to receive and to send me back emotions. And that's pretty funny because it have happened with a married man. I find this story really interesting to consider it because I was also not free. After the first 4th month on my hormone therapy, I have met with my love of my life. It was an online date, but it was before lockdown. And the first thing which I really loved in him, he was close, so relatively close, so we could meet. We fell in love in one day. But the harmony was so incredible I never have experienced that before. We could understand each other without saying anything, and we could sense all the other emotion without express anything. So it was a kind of teenager love, I guess, because I was full of hormones, and the circumstances makes it impossible to going on immediately. We had to stop our meetings. Okay, after the first meeting we had to stop because he had a travel, and after that I had a travel, and yeah, I have to honestly say I was in panic. And I made a wrong step. Like usual, it's an old pattern from me. When I know I will get hurted, I try to avoid this crash and minimize the bad feelings with other men. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but it was like this. But I was really feeling shit because for him it was the first situation to be in love with a transgender, and I live in my reality for my whole life, so I have known if when he starts to think on the consequence of our relationship, then he don't want to continue. Never mind how incredible that love is. And yeah, when the first time we have talked again, he asked me if I cheated on him. Well, first of all, it was not cheating because we was not expressed we are in a relationship. I only knew I was in love, but he always really avoided the expression. And I said the truth because for me, honesty was the most important things ever. And I didn't want to break a trust which maybe come forward, but he became furious. So we had our first breakup already. And then I met with this guy. Yeah. When the first time came, I could meet with this married man. It was exactly the time when I already realized I'm in love. And the first time in my life, and mostly after the hormone therapy I have started, I really wanted to be ready, and I wanted to be the first. And I told him, yeah, it would be nice to meet because he makes me an impression. He's a really nice man. And not mostly because he's handsome and high, but we were talking seriously about things, and I was amazed about his intellectuality and his curiosity about life and passion for other things. So he made me really a deep impression. But I told him I'm really sorry. We already agreed in a date when I cancelled it, and I said I'm really sorry. But I really wish to be the first time in my life for someone the one. And he understood. He said, yeah, he's really sorry, but he is absolutely can understand the situation of my one, and he hope we will work out. But if not, just keep in touch, and maybe once it will work out. And then life decided in another way, because after my love of my life refused me completely and make impossible even to contact him, I felt really bad, and I thought, okay, it would be nice to be with someone and not to be alone and not thinking on always on the emotions which was vortexing in me because of this breakup, because I felt I really messed it up and I felt guilty, and yeah, and after that I felt a huge loss which was only in that time a possibility. But yeah, hormones. This emotion was really deep. And I told him, yeah, if he can come with the already agreed time, yeah, I could be happy to meet him, and he came. Our date was pretty traditional. We had an aperitif, and after that we went for a dinner, and I ended up in his hotel room. But he was absolute gentleman, and first I really enjoyed the fact how he showed attraction for me. We had a real intellectual conversation, which for me is a huge plus. and which makes me, after that wondering, it was exactly after we stepped in his hotel room. Because I absolutely felt comfortable. I guess he was felt like a teenager guy in the first. But the meaning was really he let himself to love and he gave me love. I don't want to explain that. I hope you have the fortune, you experience that too. We had no any ignorance or no limit to give for the other one. He wanted to make me happy and I wanted to make him happy, and we do it with all the way. I mean, with words, with physically and with feelings, and it was so beautiful. I was happy after that for a week, when I just had my huge loss in my life, and I felt that loss, that pain, but still this experience with him made me walking in the air for a week. And that's made me thinking again, how it's possible. He was in love with his wife, was no question about it. We was talking in the bed about how he's missing her and how he missing to do the same things like with me, with her. And I was missing my love, which actually was only an opportunity again. And I told him how I messed up the things and how I'm sorry about it. And how I wish to have the same with that person that we have done right there. And actually I gave him advices about how he could manage the way, how he could try to find a way back to have again the same kind of contact with his wife than he has with me. Because I have just read a book from Esther Perel about affairs, about lies and trust, and I was really touched from it, because the first time in my life I was really questioning if to be honest all the time is the right way to manage a relationship, or sometimes it's better to lie. And for someone who lived all the time to be honest, makes that question real. I mean, I was not sure in the answer. I took this book. It's really touched the meaning of relationships, and mostly after I just did the mistake with my love of my life, which makes me also thinking on maybe sometimes to not tell the truth could avoid the situation and the pain from the other, which actually only makes the situation worse, and you don't gain anything, to be honest. So yeah, it was so incredible. Both of us was love in someone, and we give love for someone else. And life is a funny thing. And then during my walk, I just get the same conclusion or same bottom line, let me say. How is possible I could do that with a man who is engaged emotionally for someone else and not with anyone who I was engaged emotionally? Because it's really true. I never had experienced fulfill love. And I was thinking if I'm just doing again the same mistake with online dating, then usually I do. I mean, what's the chance to find someone virtually with who you are actually in real you will be happy. My previous relationship usually was with gay guys. The gay guys found me attractive because I was skinny, boyish, flamboyant, and I have told them I'm actually transgender, but with who I have met, mostly in Hungary in my past, they didn't understand what does it mean that. They have seen a guy because they wanted to see a guy. So when we became a relationship, it was a kind of mission impossible again. Because when they have known me completely, they realize what I have meant when I announced I'm a transgender woman, and they lost sexual interest in me. These relationships were love, true loves, because well, I was monogam. Yeah, as Tapera could say, monogam means mostly in the past you have one partner in your whole life. Sorry, I mean monogam. I didn't had other partners during I was with Y1. He was the only one. And mostly before my last relationship, when I was not in a countryside like this, and I had possibility to have met with really attractive intelligence and guys who find me also desirable, I was really fighting with my emotions. I would like to have satisfaction also sexually. But I never could step that line over because it's like I should lie for the one which I'm with, and for me trust was the most important thing which I can base on a relationship. So even if my friend said and suggested, Robbie, don't suffer, because of course I was talking about this problem of mine for them, and the reaction was pretty open-minded. Yeah, you should cheat and don't tell. You are a great couple, but if that part is missing, you should fill up with someone else, and I couldn't. And then I realized our love with that guy was pretty deep, but not the love which you wish from a love partner. And then my last relationship was just the same, only the differences was here in normal life you had no chance to make connections, so I didn't feel desire. Actually, I felt I'm not good enough for anyone. And then was the straight guys, where the toxic masculinities worked perfectly, because usually they come from countryside or families where they was really educated how should be a man. Emotion to express was not allowed, not to mention to accept the fact transgender women are women. So usually I love them, and sometimes I felt they love me, but I was the only one who expressed what I'm feeling, and Yeah, this relationship was pretty hurtful. I cannot say it was always a thing because then it could be not love. These loves sometimes were 4 years. That's when I get the pattern to to be with someone else is because I had the incredible pain of an impossible love, and I try to minimize the damage which I have by emotions. Yeah, I'm not perfect. And then comes the idea about polyamory. I already tried that one in London when I have lived like a woman the first time. I had a bisexual boyfriend, and yeah, he wanted this woman too. He always said, "You live with me," and that was true. I lived with him, but he need occasionally women. Yeah, that's now when I'm thinking back, it was a kind of polyamory, but it was missing the transparency from both sides, and I'm not sure I could resist that one if I know what's going on. So I didn't feel secure my place and self-esteem, strong self-esteem enough to be ready for this kind of relationship, and I was really connected for the idea of a kind of traditional relationship. I was, yeah, much younger. I was 28. And then when my last relationship was really not working in the bedroom, I was offering for my partner a kind of open relationship exactly to fulfill his desire about sexuality desire which I cannot. And it was a kind of transparency, but I felt it's not working for me again because he never showed me also after that the love which I wished for. So our problem is left there where it was. I didn't felt intimacy, and yeah, after that I realized what was the problem. Yeah, I'm a woman that is a gay guy. So that's the basic of the idea was wrong because we had not that kind of love to be connected to a relationship like a polyamory. We are more like brother and sister, but that's we don't call polyamory. Also, if you have more brother and more sister. Still, when I started dating again and I had a long break before I have started, and somehow I guess it was connected with the hormone therapy because it helped me to close my previous loves which I could never really let away. All the love which I have, I kept in myself, and yeah, I was keeping busy myself with thinking on why it didn't work out. But when I started hormone therapy, somehow all these things lost interest. I cannot really explain. And so all these things, a little bit lost interest, importance, and I was open for dating, but it was more like doing adventures to find out my new power like woman. Because the first time in my life I had power on men, never before. It's again hormone therapy. Before I was categorized like femme, and in gay community, the feminine guys is usually not the most attractive one. Mostly actually the feminine guy is transgender woman. So I was happy if I could find someone who be interested in me and I could only choose. I have someone or I don't have anyone. Then I had this hormone therapy and I stepped over my physical appearance line when I became more close to women than for a flamboyant boy. And statements start to show attraction for me, also not knowing me, because before statement only show when they know me. That's a big difference. They felt in love with me because of my personality and not because of my appearance. And now, because I had a much bigger bucket where I can choose guys, I can say no. So it was a real power for me. I really was playful with that new power. And yeah, I make adventures until my first breakdown with when I find my love of my life. And then also with this huge love, I was offering him a kind of a polyamory, like a solution for the problems, because I knew I cannot have the kind of traditional relationship like I was always dream of. Because of the world is how it is, I cannot change on it, and fight with everything, opposite of fight with everything, the real resolution could be a kind of non-traditional polyamory, a non-conventional relationship. And yeah, it didn't work out. He obviously didn't talk through what does it mean polyamory. He didn't, after the first breakdown, he didn't let me be in the process. What is going on? He got all the power and our partnership became a kind of dominance of him. And I knew what he was deciding, but I could not do anything opposite of it. So it was not again a chance to find out how it could work. And then now in the lockdown, with all this virtual relationship, it's pretty interesting because there are few guys which I feel really close to me. And that's one which I think I'm in love. Okay, too. And I was talking with one of my friends of these guys openly about this. I really found out love is infinitive because I'm really open for love, and somehow it not makes less love the other ones. And I think the answer is really polyamory. I like to be honest. I like to figure it out how it could go. But, and he said, yeah, it's not for polyamory because that's, oops. That I found out after. So he said the same before he knew I was thinking on this theory. Yeah, it's possible I find in every man the things which I'm looking for, but not everything in one man, which is pretty unrealistic would be. And because I'm really sensitive and he meant in the way I'm really care about everything, it's possible I'm really in love with all these guys. Still, I cannot say I'm polyamory because I'm single. That's a fact. I not have relationship, and polyamory is a relationship or more relationship in parallel. Let's say it like that. So yeah, at the moment everything is virtual and yeah, I usually talk from other relationship, other contacts for my new contacts. I'm telling what's going on with me, which one partnership advisor said, or date advisor is not the best way, because when you think you are not the only one, you will not be interested. My experience with men is not really like this. Most of them are really happy to not have the pressure to be not the only one. The disadvantage of this, they happy because they don't want real partnership. And my bottom line is, I would like have one. Because polyamory is a partnership. So, my Valentine's Day conclusion was, I would like to connect to someone. The feedbacks which I get, it show I'm not connected at the moment for anyone. So, I was avoiding romantic couples on YouTube or on love stories on the TV or love stories romance in book, and hoping once it will happen. I hope you like this video. Thumbs up them. Subscribe to my channel. So I think I will make a video about polyamory because I found this topic pretty fascinating. And I hope I can find someone or more people who can let me love and give me back love. That would be nice. Bye bye.